Hey y'all, thought I would share, this is a good opportunity. Some of the really iconic boutique amps, ironically not many of the actual original amps, but some of the iconic boutique amps have been known for using EF86 in the input stage. The EF86 is really cool because it gives more juice, or gives you more voltage swing out of that stage than a 12AX7 would. So it gives more push with a single gain stage, which allows you to have I think a bigger, more dynamic sound without having to add more tube stages to the circuit, which basically spells a really good, the less you have in a tube amp circuit, the more pure and organic I think it'll sound. So the problem with the EF86 though, for whatever reason, they have a tendency to be microphonic, have really bad rattles, and a number of other things. So they're not reliable, and especially in a combo amplifier where you have all the vibration from the speakers. Quite a few years ago, a good friend of mine, David Channing, a consummate engineer, was experimenting with the circuit, and he shared it with me and gave me his blessing to use it. Basically, we take a dual triode. Let me get inside here is, most of you probably know, there are actually two amplifiers in here in this glass tube. 9 pins. 3 of them are for the heaters, so that leaves you with 6. Well, pentode, EF86 is a pentode tube, which means there's 5 elements. 12AX7, or in the case of what I'm using here, a 12DW7, which is a mismatch triode. One side is like a 12AX7, the other side is like a 12AU7. At any rate, though, all of those variants of tubes have the same topology. 2 triodes inside instead of 1 pentode. So pentode is 5 elements, a triode is 3 elements. So I have 2 triodes. Why not wire them to function as a pentode? And that's what we did. That's what David showed me how to do, and I've been using it. And since I have this, I tested it and compared it to an EF86, and it sounds and behaves virtually identical, and it's reliable. You don't have the microphonic problems, any more than you would any normal tube, but it's a lot less prone to problems than the EF86. And I've been using it in my amps that use that, the Chimey Limey, the Clubmaster, the Clubmaster, and now in the 22 Tango, in the revised version of that. So what I did here for a customer, and I thought this was a great opportunity to illustrate, I made a relay switchable. Originally, before I started using this circuit with the special pentode circuit that I've used, I used an EF86, but because it was so unreliable, I had also a 12AX7 next to it, and there's a switch on the back panel that you could switch between the two. And so if the EF86 went microphonic on you or went haywire in some way, you could switch over to the 12AX7 and continue playing with the more reliable tube. What this amp has, at the request of a customer that I'm getting ready to ship this to, it has the EF86 and the special pentode that I've used to replace the EF86, and they are relay switchable. So this is an opportunity for me to show you EF86 is on. So I'm foot switching it. EF86, 12AX7 or 12DW7 special pentode circuit. Okay, so EF86. Special pentode. The only difference I'm hearing, and I'm really not hearing any difference, but when I do think I hear a difference, it's really just subtle differences in my pick attack. So there you have it. So when you buy a Nolatone amp that uses the pentode input, it's in place of an EF86, and you can pretty much think of it as an EF86, and it works great. You don't have to buy a fancy new old stock tube. Off the shelf, I use JJ ECC832, ECC832, which is the equivalent of 12DW7. And they're available at all the places that you buy your tubes, you know, Tube Depot, C Distribution, wherever else you might get them. So anyway, I want to share that with you. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions. It's a great tube, and it makes for a great sounding amp.